Alright, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to Real Madrid Hub again. I'm your host, Dr. JOTA. So the first thing I have to tell y'all is today I am going to have to Edu Cornago in the show, and we will be talking about a bunch of stuff because he texted me last night and he said we can talk about Marco Asensio because I'm asking about his future. We can talk about Endrick as well because apparently there are some news and rumors regarding to the Brazilian player, and I'm going to share with you something really interesting about that and more stuff. Oh yeah, regarding to Toni Kroos and regarding to Erling Haaland, because apparently in Manchester City right now are a little bit not angry but a little bit mad at Rafaela Pimienta because the other day she talked about the possibility for him to have a release clause, right, to come to Real Madrid. So that's why that didn't like it in Manchester City, and apparently there are people within Manchester City very upset and very pissed with the statement of the of the agent of the player. So we will be talking about that and more stuff. And okay, so to start off, I'm going to share the information from F.Romano last night, who said soon there will be big news on Endrick. So for what I've been told, Real Madrid Yuri Calafat is receiving a lot of reports, receiving a bunch of reports about the player and his development, because as you know, Endrick has just started his career as a professional player, and apparently all the reports are going in the right way, are going in the right direction, pointing that the player is a very good player, and of course his signing will be worth it, So I think that is going to be related to Real Madrid, but not quite sure, because on the other hand, we have news about PSG delivering or laying down an offer on the table for the player. The other day, PSG, according to different reports and media and stuff, they decided to try to sign the player for 20 million euros, right? I mean, apparently it was rejected, right, the offer, but they are there. I mean, they are on the race for the player, and of course we cannot look down these teams like PSG or Liverpool or any other who are also interested in signing the player, right? Because they want to put a lot of money for him, but my opinion is the player will cost a bunch of money. I'd say maybe 40 to 50 million or something like that. So we have to be aware of that, and I mean, not waste our time, and as soon as we know what we want to do with him, just go all in for him and try to sign him. Otherwise we're done and somebody will hijack the player so much earlier than us. But let's see what happens. So more stuff, and this time it's going to be for Jude Bellingham, because according to Jorge Picon, the entourage, the people around the player, have confirmed to somebody that the player wants to play for Real Madrid, So Jude Bellingham wants to become a Real Madrid player and wants to play for us. And that's good, because Real Madrid will try his signing next year, and he agrees with that. I mean, he's okay coming to Real Madrid, so that's why he's just playing soccer and do not worrying about anything else, and very focused, very concentrated in the thing, and that's it. I mean, he's not even talking about his future, and that's good, because that is going to allow Real Madrid to work silently in the signing of the player, probably asking Borussia Dortmund, how much money you want for the player. They are saying, Ramón Álvarez the other day, he said Real Madrid is expecting for Borussia Dortmund to ask about 120 or something like that, which is completely crazy, and I don't think Real Madrid will pay such a crazy money. But the good news is Real Madrid can still work on the signing of the player, So we will have to wait a little bit, see what happens, but yeah, that's very good news, because if the player wants to play for Real Madrid, that's great, So the next story I have for y'all guys is regarding to the retirement, the possible retirement of Karim Benzema. He was asked about what is he going to do once he retired from soccer, from football, and he said, I'm going to try to help young people train and guide them through to become good footballers who understand that being the best is actually more than scoring goals, So he probably has to a kind of project to help other people out, right, in their careers. But I don't think he is going to become a kind of coach or something like that, right? I don't think he's going to try that way or that route. I don't know. You never know. But I mean, it's not my feeling, okay, when it comes to Benzema. And the other thing is the player still has 1 year contract, right? So from my understanding, I'd say the player will remain in Madrid for 1 more year. And then once it's done, I think it's going to be done. I mean, after 2024, he'll probably retire, or he might come back to Olympique de Lyon, the team where he used to play in before Real Madrid, where he was born as a football player. And once he has completed that that process, I think that he's going to probably do this thing of helping people out or something like that. But let's see, we'll have to wait a little bit, okay? And so next, important, according to, I mean, this is something you shouldn't believe 100% because it is coming from a newspaper that traditionally has hated Real Madrid a lot, right? Paco Hall from Cadena Ser is a person, I mean, I'm not saying this guy is a hater of Real Madrid, but the media group he works for, it is a media group that has been throwing hate over Real Madrid all the time, right? So this guy says Real Madrid is sick and tired of Eden Hazard because they don't really know what to do with him. That's not true, man. I mean, Eden Hazard has a situation, very specific situation right now in Real Madrid, and Carlo Ancelotti is picking the players that consider better than Eden Hazard, but that doesn't mean that Eden Hazard is bothering him or is annoying him or something like that. I mean, we have the player on the bench, that's it. And he will be a Real Madrid player until the end of his contract, or if another team comes through and try to sign the player, it's gotta be great, right? And he will be playing for us until another team comes up to sign him or until his contract comes to an end. Whatever happens first, that is what is gonna happen, and that's it. So there's no hate, there's no bother, there's nothing, right? There's nothing. It's just these guys trying to talk trash about Real Madrid all the time. That's it. So I don't think Real Madrid is really bothered with the situation of Eden Hazard. And as soon as we can, we'll probably try to get rid of the player, probably trying to sell him to another team or something like that. I mean, it also is up to him, right? He has to know what he wants to do. And if he's okay with that, if he wants to play for another team, he will try it, of course. I mean, no doubt about it, right? So we still don't know what is going to happen, and we will have to wait a little bit before to say anything, okay? And the latest news that I have for you all guys, this is very important because the other day, Le Parisien released the contract of Kylian Mbappe and how much money he's making with this new contract that he signed back in June out of PSG, right? It's about 630 million with 72 million salary every single year and all the stuff. Well, Al Khelaifi learned that somebody leaked this information to Le Parisien, and he got really mad. I mean, he went completely crazy, right? And he is about to file a kind of lawsuit against Le Parisien. So what's gonna happen is the president of PSG is very mad right now. Is so mad that he's able to do anything. But from my understanding, the person who might have leaked this information is actually Kylian Mbappe or his entourage, right? Because if he wants out from PSG, the first thing you do is start to leak things to the press, to the media, right? And Le Parisien is very close to Kylian Mbappe and is very close, I guess he was very close to PSG as well, and they're probably getting the information out of PSG from somebody, I mean, whether Kylian Mbappe or any other person. So to me, this guy doesn't really know what's going on, but to me it's pretty clear. I mean, Kylian Mbappe is sabotaging himself, sabotaging PSG in order for him to get out and as soon as possible, right? So if he has to leak information, he will. He will. At no cost, right? So I don't know what is gonna happen. This guy is super mad right now, but my opinion and from my understanding, Kylian Mbappe is the responsible for leaking that information to the press just because he wants to use it to, in the near future, try to say, to go out of public and say, hey, I want to play for Real Madrid, or I just went out. I went out from PSG, that's it. So I don't know, man, but this guy has such a big drama inside PSG. I don't know what is going to happen, but man, this looks really, really bad. So that is all the information that I have for you guys. Remember, today I'm going to have to Edu Cornago in my show, just in case you want to see it. It's going to be in Spanish, but I'm going to translate every single important thing he says, and I will bring it to you over to the channel, okay? So have a great day, and of course, subscribe my channel. Bye-bye.